Some days you may ask yourself, what does it take to be successful? Some people search for that blueprint that will grant them everlasting love, happiness, and bliss. But what you should ask yourself is, do I have what it takes to be successful? Now, while you search for that answer, there's gonna be haters and naysayers that's gonna try to block your path. No matter how many times you climb, there's always gonna be that one thing that pulls you down. Now, if you want to know the true meaning of what it takes to be awesome, what it takes to be amazing, and what it takes to be successful, then you must listen to this story. There once was a prince who ruled many lands. People feared him and revered his strength, but he was arrogant and spoiled by his talents. Blinded by ambition, he even challenged the king himself for his seat to the throne. The king responded to his challenge and hosted a contest of strength. The contest was open to men of superior strength. Any man who had bested the prince in the contest of strength was given one wish. There were warriors, knights, and noblemen that stepped up to the challenge and had met their demise at the hands of the prince. Their efforts were futile, and the prince became bored. As he questioned the spectators, "Who dares accept my challenge?" one man rose his hand. That man was a weary traveler. He stated with conviction, "I am worthy of your challenge," and he was ushered to the stage. He stood by the prince, weighing in at half his weight, half his height, and half his build, and he was ridiculed for his appearance. Unscathed by the jeering of the spectators, he stood proud as the prince asked him of his name. He replied, "I am the man in the mask." The prince laughed at his mask and ordered for the guards to escort him from the stage. Guards tried, but failed to remove him. Moved by his determination, the king overruled the prince. He allowed him to participate in the challenge. Standing side by side, each challenger was given an equal amount of weight to lift. After each successful attempt, the weight was increased. Both challengers took their positions. They were ready for their test. The prince went first and performed with ease. As the crowd cheered him on, he mocked the man in the mask. He tried to get into his head, but the man in the mask was unbothered. While the crowd booed the challenger, he approached his weight and lifted with ease. As he moved on to the next stage, the crowd became quiet. The prince was stunned. The strength of the challenger confused him, but he did not back down. He went on to his next trial. The prince approached his second weight with confidence and successfully completed the lift. The crowd went wild as he leered at his opponent. However, his opponent stood proudly. Boos rained down as he approached his second weight. He completed his lift with no hesitation, then left the stage. The prince looked around in shock as the crowd quieted down. All the challengers failed to reach his level. With that thought in mind, he headed to the next trial. Prince now approached the third weight. He had a little bit of difficulty, but he succeeded. The crowd went nuts as he made comments of his challenger losing, but the man in the mask simply stood quietly and approached the third weight. As he entered the stage, this time the crowd waited in anticipation. With sheer tenacity, he completed his weight, and the crowd was stunned. After witnessing the spectacle, the prince looked at his opponent, but didn't state a word. He was now intimidated by his opponent. Nevertheless, they both proceeded to the next trial. The prince and the man in the mask are now battling neck and neck with each weight. Each trial proved more difficult for the prince as he knew his talents were exceeding his expectations. The man in the mask, however, continued to focus and hone into his goals. After 5 more completed trials, the contestants stood ready as they proved themselves worthy of the 9th trial. The prince became nervous. This is the heaviest he has ever lifted. He put in as much effort as possible and barely completed his lift. He's now sweating, huffing and puffing, gasping for air, but instead of taking a break, he tries one more time to mock his opponent. Thinking that he has won the challenge, the prince takes a seat. His opponent ignored him as he approached his weight. With a small breath of air, he attempted his weight and completed it with ease. The crowd stood quiet and the prince couldn't believe what he saw. He had foreseen his demise, but he walked with his opponent to the next trial. The next weight challenged the prince. He tried tremendously, but his efforts were short. He could not reach his weight. The crowd gasped, as this was the first time the prince showed weakness. Arrogant as always, he made one last comment to throw his opponent off his game, but it did not work. The man in the mask was ready for his challenge. Furious of his failed attempt, the prince began to leave the stage. As he left, he heard the worst sound ever. The weight crashed from his opponent's hands to the floor. The prince had been bested by his challenger, and at this very moment, his pride had been crushed. The man in the mask emerged victorious. The king then asked, "What of your wish?" He simply replied, "I would like to continue." The king then granted his wish, and he continued on. He ran through each of the challenges like a man possessed. The crowd cheered him on as the challenges got harder. Even the prince came back to watch the man in the mask complete his challenges. He watched as the man in the mask excelled to the last challenge. The man in the mask had attempted to lift a weight no man had lifted before. The crowd cheered as he undertook the challenge. He struggled as he was lifting, but he persevered. He raised the weight inch by inch until he completed his lift. As the weight dropped, so did the man in the mask. Before he could fall, the prince caught him and cheers rained down from the crowd. The prince asked the man in the mask, "Why did you choose to accept this challenge?" He replied, "I did not choose your challenge to beat you. I chose your challenge to beat myself. I was afraid of who I was, so I wear this mask, not to prove to others who I am, but to myself." Viewing the man's battered disposition, the prince removed the man's mask to see who he was. The crowd rejoiced as his identity was revealed. His face had resembled that of the young prince. We all wear a mask in our life, but the key is not wearing it during times of necessities, but also during times when we want to accomplish something. There's gonna be people that will doubt you, and there's gonna be people that will consider your thoughts and actions crazy, but they do not understand your drive. We are beings that possess powers beyond our comprehension, and that through our imagination, we can create and become anything that we want. Some days you'll have to do what's not ordinary in order to become extraordinary, even if it means wearing a mask. Once you wear that mask, it doesn't matter what's going on in your life, and it doesn't matter who sees what you're doing. All of the fears, all of the emotions, and all the things that people feel about you, all of those things don't exist once you wear the mask, for the mask symbolizes your past self. They say superheroes wear a mask to hide their identity. Not only do they hide their identity, but they hide from the one thing that they fear the most. For once they wear that mask, they must put away all the adversity, all the fear, and all the doubt behind them. This is why you must be resilient when facing the adversity that haunts you. Life works where it challenges you in every aspect in order for you to become successful. So to do amazing things, you must sacrifice things that aren't amazing so you can receive amazing results. You must do what others don't in order to receive what others won't. Some of you have goals of losing weight, or getting a promotion, or running a business, or getting good grades, or becoming an athlete, or even becoming a star. But do you sacrifice in order to receive these things? Do you put long hours in the gym? Do you push yourself to get the promotion? Do you grind every day at your business and create new ideas like it's your only source of income? Do you study consistently and practice what you learn? Do you push yourself no matter the weather? The successful person knows that they must make their danger zone their comfort zone. They must make no limitations their limitations. And they must breathe success in every breath of their life. It is time to explore. It is time to live. It is time to breathe. It is time to vision. It is no longer about trying to succeed as bad as you want to breathe. It is no longer about being blind and taking each step as one step closer to success. It is time to wear the mask and to block everything that negates you from being successful, and to challenge yourself to overcome your fears, your doubts, your feelings. You must endure. You must sacrifice. You must build. And you must challenge yourself. That is the only way you will see success. To become amazing, you must seek amazing. Fear not what is to become of you. Rather, fear what if you choose not to be who you know you can be. Everyone has the right to success and to do amazing things. It is a conscious choice that should forever be kept upmost in our thoughts and displayed in our actions. So choose to wear the mask. Become what you yearn for. Become a superhero.